Elbridge Colby, he served as Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defence for Strategy and Force Development, and he had the opportunity of meeting Prime Minister Modi today. Mr. Colby, what happened in that meeting? Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Great to be with you, and apologies, I'm here actually in transit back from New York to
Not
Washington.
Not a problem. We insisted on speaking to you. Had you stop your car and sort of locked you up there, but go right ahead.
So thank you. It was an extraordinary, let me just say, it was an extraordinary personal honor to be able to meet with Prime Minister Modi and some of his top staff. I think the discussion covered a wide range of issues. The geopolitical matters I in particular emphasized. I think the shared concerns about China's increasing aggressiveness and sort of power, but others brought up the economic relationship, the people-to-people relationship. So it was really illuminating, but also inspiring to hear from the Prime Minister of the world's largest country directly.
What did the Prime Minister actually say about the potential of the relationship from a geostrategic standpoint between America and India?
I had the impression of somebody who was very confident in the trajectory of the relationship, he and his team. I think that's shared here. I think what Ambassador Ken Jester just said is widely shared here. So it seemed to me very sound, but seemed to have a sense that the trajectory is moving in the right direction and in many ways is accelerating. So that was very encouraging to see as well.
Did the Prime Minister listen very carefully to your views? And can I just ask, what is it that you brought up?
Well, I brought up, I think, something that friends in the Indian government have heard from me before, which is, and I've published, for instance, in the Hindustan Times earlier this year, that not only the challenge from China in kind of a geopolitical or sort of vague sense, but China's increasing military activity and the possibility for conflict in this decade, which you do hear regularly from Americans. I had the impression that the Prime Minister and his team were very aware and concerned, but not daunted by the challenge. So I think what's happening with the jet engines and other forms of military cooperation are really important, because I agree with Ambassador Jester, although I do think so much of the relationship is about our shared interests and our shared concern about China, which is, for the first time in 150 years, China is an economy of equivalent size to the United States. This is a new dynamic. So I think both of us are being impelled, as Ken rightly said, to, break barriers, and that's very important. And that was certainly the impression of sort of confident, but the trajectory is in a right place that the Prime Minister gave off.
Just while we have you here, and it's great that we do, the fact, Mr. Colby, that India has a very close relationship with Russia, and that's not going to go away. There are all sorts of reasons for that. And is that something that America has accepted?
Well, my own view, I actually think the way that the Foreign Minister Jaishankar puts it is right. Look, I think we are actually bound together by shared interests. India is a confident country, a growing country, a rising superpower, if not today, soon. And our interests will not always align, as I think Ken rightly put it. And we have a difference of view on Russia. I think, we have said here in the United States that China is our top priority. I believe the Indian government has specified China as its top threat. So this should be the main thing that we focus on, and we need each other. I don't know who needs each other more, but it's an arid and sort of pointless debate, because we both really need each other. And so I think, in credit, the American official system has been able to put, India's position in perspective. There are elements in the political debate here which are less sensitive, but I think what we're seeing here with the Prime Minister's visit and the way he's being feted is that our system is making the right priority, which is working closely together with India.
Elbridge Colby, wonderful speaking to you. Thank you very much for joining us on NDTV.
Thanks
very
much
indeed.